So our next presentation is one that's going to be done by the Defense Supply Center Columbus Police, and it's going to be on the topic of installation access. This is an important topic of information because we have a lot of individuals, veterans, and family members that need this information to know how to access the installation. And in the last couple of years, there have been some changes to who's eligible to access a military installation. So we are very pleased to have two members of the DSCC Columbus Police, Officer Simon and Adams, and they've both served with the DLA Police Department for a number of years. Both Officer Simon and Officer Adams are veterans of the Marine Corps, and they work daily to serve and protect the DSCC community. Thank you both, gentlemen, for your service as veterans and your ongoing service as police officers.
Hi, Michelle. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much again for having myself and Officer Adams aboard here to talk about Defense Supply Center Columbus, some of our veterans services, and how we can, as veterans and how everyone as veterans or current active or reserve military access the installation. A little bit about the installation. It's about 500 square acres. There's different amenities that we have to offer for veterans and current military and active duty members as well. We'll get into that. We'll also get into access control procedures, different hours for different gates, and different key numbers and locations of available services on center to our veterans today and for active military and reserve military. A couple of our key amenities that we have on center, a big one is our MWR Fitness Center. Swimming pool, I believe, is currently closed. It closed last year. I'm not sure what the plans are going forward to reopen that. Our most popular, and I think Officer Adams would agree, I know it's getting a little cold out right now, but is our Eagle Eye Golf Course. We have a lot of veterans and a lot of retirees and dependents of military retirees and active service members that use that daily. We have a rental center as well, where you can rent everything from a bounce house to they have different travel trailers if you're doing a move, getting out of active duty or relocating from a job. Some of our officers themselves have actually used them when moving to Ohio for work. Also available is the ICR gift shop and tickets office that is located in building 20. It's one of the larger buildings on center. Inside there, you can have tickets for discounted events. Disneyland is very popular. I know some of our own officers and supervisors have actually used, as military veterans, the Orlando package that they had out recently.
Another service that is available is the MWR RV and storage lot. They have secured long-term RV parking along with boats, trailers, as spaces available. They also have individual storage units. Along with that, you get base exchange privileges. They have the Class 6 liquor store there. You also have access to the barber shop and alterations department. All this information is available on the MWR website. It'll spell out all the eligibility and availability for these programs. And how to access DSCC. The main gate is located at 401 North Yearling Road in Whitehall, Ohio, 43213. Now, what is classified as a visitor? A visitor to DSCC is a person who has an unofficial or legitimate reason to access DSCC but does not have an authorized ID allowing unescorted access.
So with that, we get into, what is an authorized ID? Most commonly, as I talked about earlier, with military veterans, a lot of us are familiar with the Veterans Health ID card, which our kind neighbors who were on the call earlier at 420 James Road at Veterans Affairs are surely familiar with. Even if you're rated at 0% disability, you can still receive one of these cards. And that's if you're just a veteran. If you're a retiree, you can use your retiree card, or your dependent can also use their card as well. With the Veterans Health ID card, though, when you arrive on center, you initially want to get that enrolled into our DBID system. DBIDS is our Defense Biometric Identification System. It's just the system that we use to scan all the IDs that come onto center for security and vetting purposes. So once you come into DSCC off of 401 North Yearling, on your right-hand side as you come through the lanes and the gate, you'll see a little building with a red roof, and that's our visitor center or pass and ID center. If you ever need to renew a card as well, you can make an appointment or visit our website and renew your card. But to gain access initially, if you're interested in checking out the golf course, or if you're interested in rentals, or even the ITR ticket office, you're going to need to enroll that into the DBIDS data system.
The 401 North Yearling Road Gate is open and operated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is a pedestrian gate that is available. That's located at 3990 East Broad Street. That gate is open Monday through Friday from 0500 to 2000. Weekends and holidays, you can call our emergency dispatch number for access. That phone number is 614-692-3875. We also have the James Road gate at 320 North James Road. That gate is closed until further notice. And also a point of emphasis is firearms and weapons are strictly prohibited on center, and all vehicles are subject to random vehicle inspections. When you arrive on center, there is a base taxi shuttle that is available upon request at Building 61, the VPC, and at the pedestrian gate. You can have an Uber, Lyft, or taxi drop you off at the pedestrian gate, but Uber, Lyft, and taxis are not authorized to bring you on center. That's everything that we have from the police department. Do you guys have any questions?
Well, of course, I have a couple of questions for you, which have come in. One of the questions I have is, if I am a veteran and I'm gaining access to So we're just going to make sure we don't have any more feedback. If I am a veteran and I am gaining access to the installation with my veterans health insurance card, am I able to bring other people on the installation with me, or do I have to register them each time at the visitor center? How does that work?
With a VHIC card, you are authorized to bring 2 guests with you.
Now with that, this is in a separate vehicle, however, we do an inspection of that vehicle since they are not the primary card holder. If you were to sponsor these individuals on, you are considered escorting them. So you're responsible for their actions on center, the duration of their visit. But that's perfectly okay if you want to have them in the vehicle with you as you approach the main gate, or if you just tell the officer at the main gate, I'm escorting my friend, relative behind me in the vehicle, and then we'll just have you pull ahead, and then we'll have to do a quick cursory inspection of their vehicle. But yes, absolutely encourage any and all visitors to center, but just know that all vehicles, if they are escorted, are going to be inspected.
Okay, perfect. But again, if I have my family members in my vehicle with me, then we can drive through without a stop at the visitor center. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And approximately how long does it take you? Should I make an appointment? This is another question I have. How long does it take for an appointment to get my my DBIDs entered into the system? Is that something that I just do the first time? And the other question that was part of that was, do I need to do that as a veteran at each and every installation, or can I do it one time?
with the Veterans Health ID card, it has to be registered at each individual installation. They do walk-ins at the VPC. They also do appointments. Their phone number there is 614-692-3131.
And that is located at the 401 North Yearling Gate.
And I will tell you that I have gotten a number of questions in the past about where that is located, because I believe the main entrance to DSCC used to be on Broad. And so now people need to be redirected, and note that it is now on North Yearling. So all of the information from this presentation will be available on the MWR webpage. Again, thank you very much, Officers Simon and Adams. We appreciate that you spent your time with us today to educate us a little bit more on how to gain access to the installation as a veteran. And thank you both again for your service as veterans.
Thanks for having us, Michelle. We appreciate it.
Very welcome.